Hello, friends of the United Church of Canada. My name is Donna Smith, and I'm with Richmond Hill United Church. My pronouns are she and her. Richmond Hill United became an affirming congregation ministry in April of 2013. It was our former minister, Warren McDougall, who had gone through the process with his previous church or churches and introduced it to us, and had no trouble getting a committee together after council unanimously said, let's get a steering committee together. So there were 10 of us on the steering committee, and we met 7 times as a committee, but we met with every church group, children, adults, UCW, choir, men's groups, ladies group, and told them what affirming was all about. Now, the first thing people would say, well, anybody can come to our church. But we had to point out that this was a specific act that we were doing. We had to educate ourselves and then be really warm and welcoming. Learn how our friends in the gay community have felt about the church, which was a real upset to me. And to this day, I get angry and anxious that people could be treated like that in any church, let alone the United Church of Canada. So we brought everyone on board and then had our big meeting, and 94% voted to become an affirming congregation. Now, a little aside, Warren said, I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't think we were going to become an affirming church. You don't start it if you don't have people behind you to follow through. So since then, a committee was set up, of course, committee, Vision Keepers. And as the title says, we were to keep the vision of our mission statement and action plan that the congregation approved. And we have been meeting ever since, I guess, May of 2013. And we have partnerships now with CARE of York Region, which is the former AIDS Committee of York Region. So we participate in their programming and offer our space if they need it. We participate in York Region Pride. Not the last 2 years. A lot of our programs have had to take a backseat or Zoom. But we've been the only church in that York Pride parade. And we are warmly received. People are happy to see the church making a stand. And the last couple of years that we were able to do it, we also had a booth and the young people, it was the young people that flocked. They wanted the information. They wanted to know more about it and their personal stories. The World AIDS Day, we have a candlelight service. Usually, of late, we've been joining CARE for that. And Pi Day, well, we had one planned for March of 2020, and the day before it had to be canceled. So we haven't really had that, but we've been part of Zoom participation. We've had community forums with other groups in Richmond Hill that are supporting and very interested in learning more. Try to get out there and proudly get out there. And anyone, we'd had gay staff, gay ministers before the 2013, for sure. And we continue to. I mean, so what? That's the last thing that you consider, or not even consider. They are part of the United Church. And we've been well served by all our ministers. I think it matters to be affirming because you take a stand and you make a decision that you are going to be a justice-oriented group of people. And part of that justice is definitely acceptance, welcome, and inclusion in all facets of the church, of all people. The door is open.